Hello and welcome back to Touhoumon Road Link Revised. In the last part I dealt with Magma's terrorism, and I was going to try to start the Regi quest, but I couldn't find this dive spot. So I decided to stop the part and find it in between recordings, which I did. I might have to look it up because I couldn't find it, and the reason I couldn't find it is because I thought I had already looked at all of the bottom and the top, and I was kind of trying to find it somewhere in the middle. Apparently, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go at the bottom the entire time until one specific spot where you're not supposed to go at the bottom, because if you go at the bottom, you miss this spot. Great. So I'm actually gonna start the Regi quest now. Great. Yep, dive. Why is Ed using dive? Huh? Huh? Why can you know that? I'm not gonna question what just happened. And here we are, underwater. Still only have a limited number of super repels. Great. Which one do I use here? Okay. Dig. Excuse me. What's there? Read the braille on the far inscription to use dig. Read the braille and use dig. Alright, first step and it's not fucking working. Glad I decided to do this today. Read the braille. You can't use that. Use strength? Go to the Route 104 diving spot. Once in there, read the braille on the far inscription and use dig. That's what I just did. Why would this work? Why would just something work? Yep. Go through that massive headache, and then I go through a simple set of instructions, and it doesn't work. Oh. Great, that was a waste of my time. Yeah, just skip a spot. Just completely skip a step in the guide. Thanks for that. Wasted a significant amount of my time. Yeah, it was just, yeah, of course, just use dive there. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty intuitive, right? We need to tell you every single other HM to use, but not that one. Okay. Right, so... Where Lurk first and Relicanth last. Was it? It's like literally, the guide literally said, the first thing you see in Braille is where you use dig. Yeah, that was the first thing I saw in Braille. I was supposed to use dive there. What? There. It sounded as if a door opened somewhere far away. Alright, so I need to edit like 5+ minutes of footage there of me just scrambling, not knowing what to do. Because the guide skipped the first 3 steps. Good job. Didn't even skip a step. It was like, by the way, you start, it started where I was before I dived down there, and then it just skipped to when, it skipped that entire part of you use dive right there. Thanks for that. It's also extremely confusing how this worked, because I'm pretty sure in the remake they had holes that literally told you when you go back up, where in this one you just pressed X, and that's how you go back up using dive. Alright. I can get these two out of my party now. Except not really, because I need someone to use Fly, so... I can get Unzon and Bapple out, at least. Da, 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 da. Except I can't get Bapple out. What am I talking about? I need her to use... Actually, what left do I have to use? Yeah, nobody else has Rock Smash. Well, maybe they do. I don't know if this will work, because they've changed the way TMs work, but I don't know if they work in this specific instance or not. Alright, first place I'm going is, a Pokemon Center where I can buy stuff. Probably be the best option. That completely, like, killed my mood, by the way. I was, like, pretty excited to do this, but now I'm just, yep, wasting, like, 10 minutes doing that, because the guide couldn't just skip a very important step. Glad you did that. Pokemart. I need a Pokemart. Where the hell's a Pokemart? So I can actually have Super Repels. How many Super Potions do I have? Yes, fine. Type Potions. Buy one more of those, why not? Even 20! Super Repels. There we go. How am I looking on Ultra Orbs? I'll buy like 9 more of those. 10 for each Regi at least. Alright, here we go! Yep, we're gonna use another one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Haven't heard this route theme in quite a while because it stops playing at some point, gets replaced with different ones. Right, there's a tower somewhere around here, right? Or is that not gonna work either? Where is it? Here it is. Alright, what am I doing here? Read the instructions. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right, there we go. Okay, moment of truth. Is it the Makai trio again? It's Kongura? Okay. It's still a repeat legendary, but it's not part of the Bird trio from last time. I failed to catch Kongura last time, didn't I? I kind of just gave up because she was being a pain in the ass. Will I give up this time? Who knows? It's just the Regi music. And I'm definitely not complaining. You're not Luna. Whoops. Alright, here we are, legendaries. Last time there was a legendary, it was BBT. And she died very easily. Level 40. Which I guess seems really underleveled, but then you have to remember that I'm extremely overleveled at the moment. I guess I'd rather deal with not extremely overloaded with legendaries, but here's the problem. I don't want to, like, kill you on accident, so, don't die, thank you? Alright, who can do, like, minimal damage to this thing? You have Aqua Jet, don't you? Hopefully you're not weak to this. Scary, guys. Ow, scary. Alright, Aqua Jet. Well, this is going great. Truly. I should have switched to Luna before I started that battle, but that's not where the autosave is, so... Alright, maybe if I use Aqua Jet twice, it won't kill you. Yeah, can you not, like, do so much damage just by being 14 levels lower than me? Thanks. Yeah, that's the best we're gonna get, really. Flapjack is dead. Alright, now it is time to throw Ultra Balls. I don't know if VVT was a fluke, but we're gonna see. How many balls are you gonna take to get into the thing, Gongura? They've fucked with the legendary catch rates. There's no way that happened, like, immediately. So that's definitely not like a 3% chance or whatever legendaries normally are, because that happened immediately. The sword she wields was forged with hellfire. Its incredible weight leads people to believe she's an Oni. Well, if you've shot my plans to do any, like, reading gag if it takes 5 seconds to catch these guys. Maybe I'm just getting really lucky. You're not the flyer. Nope. At this rate, I might get all the Regis in one part. Especially if I'm gonna have to cut out, like, the first 10 minutes of this video because nothing happened. Because it was me not wondering why dig wouldn't work on the spot where the guide said you use dig because it said the first place you read Braille at. Really good wording that guide had. That's why I'm still using it. Is Route 105. Yeah, let's take you out of the first slot. I don't know why you're still there, because you were there originally. I need you to be there. Route 105. Where's Route 105? It's over here, apparently. There's no water route. So if this is supposed to be a trio here, I don't know who the third one's gonna be. Unless it's Mima. It's like, yeah, here's just Kongura and Zariel, and then Mima, right? Mima's the third one of those. No. No, she's not. But whatever. Maybe it'll be someone else. My repel run out? I don't know. Probably not. I normally press yes on it anyway. Right, I'm looking for a cave in Route 105. Where could it be? Who knows? Yeah, this was kind of gonna be the thing I did today in Touhoumon. But if it's all gonna take one part, then I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I was just, again, really lucky, and the next two are gonna take a while. Island Cave. Alright, you want me to do what now? A clockwise lap around the cave, staying next to the walls at all times. Okay. Gotta love the irony that they put up a language that can only be felt through touch on a game with a script. Of course, it's the fucking eyeballs! I hope you can paralyzed. Surely you can, right? And here we go. Electric types not being able to be paralyzed wasn't a thing until like Gen 6 or something, right? Here it is, Yugen Magan. Everyone's favorite Touhou character. We've seen such standout hits in these past two parts. We had the Sacred Stones, that's not their name, the five stones, Magic Stones, whatever they're called. The Yugen Magan. Classic characters. Man, can you believe Zun didn't bring these guys back? Touhou 9.7? Is that the one I played? Alright, Luna, if you do that exact amount of damage next time, then they'll be at red health. So can you do that exact amount of damage again? Yeah, good job. You're doing great, Luna. Good too, because the original reason I caught you was so I could use your help on catching legendaries. So far, you've done a pretty good job at that. Okay, it was a fluke. Yes, I'm gonna be here for like 10 plus minutes, right? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't necessarily want that to happen, but you know. What? Did you have Shadow Tag? Okay. Well, Luna, you're gonna die. But sometimes that just happens in life. When you're a fairy, sometimes you just die. Alright, do I got a book I can grab here? Apparently it's about to take a while. Oh. No? Nope, okay. I got a textbook here. Opening and closing windows. To achieve flow control, TCP forces the sender and the receiver to adjust their... Yeah, that's what I thought. Five diabolical eyes linked by powerful magic. Each eye acts individually, so it's impossible to ambush. Great. Yeah, after editing, this will be like less than a 20-minute video so far, so yeah. This will be the third one, and then that'll be all in one part. It wasn't the plan, but it appears to be what's happening. Where's the next one? It's taken me more time to do the first step than it has for like a good portion of the rest of this. Route 20? 120. So this is gonna be Sariel, probably? Unless they decided she was too special. Route 120. Right here, next to Fortree. Go to a Pokemon Center and get back to 30 Ultra Balls. Well, this side quest has accomplished one thing, and that's the fact that now I get to ride around on Shinky instead of New. It's quite an improvement. Yeah, I figured, like... I mean, Team Magma took longer than I thought it would, but even then, like, I thought this Regi stuff would take so long that it'd take me, like, 3 parts. So I'd get, like, 3 parts recorded a day, and that'd go with the 2 parts I did on Tuesday, and that could be, like, a package, but it only takes 2. Maybe I'll record something else today. Or keep recording this and go deal with Aqua or something. Route 105 we go. I'm wasting my super repels just because I don't want to take out my bag once I actually get to the grass later. Here we go, Route 120. Yeah, wasn't this blocked earlier or something? Yeah, there was like a fisherman, it wouldn't move, I think. Or no, this is the scorched slab. He's not in the scorched slab, is he? That's a completely different. This is a completely different area. Where is this? Where are you, Regi Steel? This is a really big route too, so I hope you're in a very obvious location. This route goes on for a while, doesn't it? Where is the steel man? Where do I go? I don't know where it is that I am supposed to go. No idea at all, actually. I do that a lot. Actually, how do I do that? Oh. Speech quirk. People have speech quirks, don't you know? At least I do. Is it here? No. Where have you gone? Is it here? No. Is it actually the scorched slab? I thought that was something else. Here it is. Alright, go into the middle and use flash. What is the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that. Have I read your Idol Dex entry yet? Her judgments are fair and without earthly bias, regardless of being a human or a yokai. Cool, likey. I feel like I read that just because it was still stuck on that part. There we go! Who's it gonna be? It's probably Sariel. But, no, maybe it's not. No, it's the Kikari, the moon thing. Why them? Why those three? What's actually, are those the three characters of the Hell route? I don't remember who's on what route in that game. Alright, here we go. Last chance for me to read a book. The fact that Yugen Magon took that long makes me think that I actually have just been getting extremely lucky this entire time. Maybe not. Maybe they have massively increased the catch rates for legendaries in this game. Would be a pretty good change, if I'm being honest, but it ruins my gag. Oh well, I didn't really have any books in mind to read. I started reading a textbook earlier. I'm gonna be able to put all three of these guys on the thumbnail. How about that? Luna! Time for this, Luna. I mean, I do. It's like not even 12 yet. Plenty of time to record, basically, whatever I want today. Should I record? I don't know. Keep recording this. Right. So, anyone got a weak move? You're not fighting, are you? Dark Faith. Or a spear kill you? I just need you to not crit. That's literally all I need you to do, Luna, is just don't crit. Is that too much to ask? Just don't roll a 1 in, what is it, like 30? There. Alright, we're back on track again. Back to throwing Ultra Balls. You gonna get caught in the first 3 again, or are we actually gonna be here for more than 5 minutes? I don't know. You are low level. Maybe that's why you're being caught so easily. Maybe catching wild Pokemon gets significantly harder the higher level they are. In which case, you know, dealing with Groudon and Kyogre and Rayquaza puppet equivalents would probably be an ordeal. So Rayquaza's like level 70 or something, right? Unless they changed that for this. Right. There you go. Wow. Yeah, it took longer for me to complete the first step of this puzzle than it took for me to do any of the other steps afterwards. Fantastic. Referred to as Hell's Moon, the girl shown on the disc is able to change positions around the disc to a degree. Oh, this was unexpected. After editing, this is going to be less than 20 minutes. Just keep recording, I guess? I don't know. It's only 12 o'clock. Because I can record one more part and that would be 5. So we can take a look at these 3. And actually get my team in the party. Get Bapple out of here. Right, you go over here. I need to organize this more. This is kind of a mess, isn't it? Alright. You guys be like over here. Why is the fish right here? Okay. Fish will go right there. Kagero, get back on the team. And then the legendaries right here in the order I got them. There. Great. You're a fighting ghost type. Boost steel moves. Naughty nature, are you? Blade Flash, Storm Throw, Scary Face, and Shadow Punch. Yeah, you don't have any particularly... Yeah, Shadow Punch though, right? Other than that, you don't have very many strong moves. Summary. Pure Dark type. Alright, there's 2 Dark types already. Actually, no, you were fighting Ghost when I talked about. Haze, Poison Gas, Glare, and Dark Pulse. What a awful moveset you got there, buddy. At least you got a strong special attack move. Finally, Kikori. Psychic type. Nightshade, Imprison, Amnesia, and Barrier. That's an awful moveset. Can you even hurt me? Yeah, you can do... You could hurt my level damage, and that's it. Alright, well there you go. 1 legendary trio down. The next one will have to do a lot of plot before I can do the next 3. But yeah, that's all for this. I gotta edit out all the wasting time that not being able to do the first step took me. So this will probably be less than 30 minutes, but I'll find that out later. But I guess next part I'll deal with Team Aqua or something? I don't know. Bye.